Dear students, today we are going to learn about ammonia. It's a compound of nitrogen. So, ammonia is an important compound. We will study the uses of ammonia. First, we will let us see the preparation of ammonia. If you look at the preparation of ammonia, first preparation is hydrolysis of urea. Urea hydrolysis is NH2 CO NH2 plus water, we get 2 NH3 plus CO2. So first method of preparation, when urea is hydrolyzed, we get ammonia and carbon dioxide. In the second method, ammonium chloride reacts with calcium oxide. We will get calcium chloride plus 2 NH3. So this is second method of preparation of ammonia with water. Then third method of preparation of ammonia, magnesium nitrate reacts with water. We get 2 NH3 plus 3 MgOH waste. Magnesium hydroxide and ammonia. This is the third method. Fourth method, Haber's process, in which it is prepared in large scale. Haber process. In this process, N2 reacts with 3H2 gives 2 NH3, delta H. F formation is minus 46 point. So we will get minus 46.2 kilojoule per mole. This is the process in which ammonia is manufactured industrially. So these are the four methods. First, hydrolysis of urea. Urea hydrolyzed to give ammonia and carbon dioxide. Second method, ammonium chloride reacts with calcium oxide to give calcium chloride, ammonia and water. Third method, magnesium nitrate reacts with water to give the ammonia and magnesium hydroxide. Fourth process, nitrogen and hydrogen reacts. So here nitrogen is obtained from producer gas and water from water gas. So these both gases are mixed together in a chamber in which iron is used as a catalyst along with potassium oxide and Al2O3, which will increase the rate of the reaction of formation of ammonia. So these are the four methods in which ammonia is prepared. Next, its physical properties. So it is a pungent smelling gas. It's a pungent smelling gas. First thing we have to know, it is a pungent smelling gas. It is lighter than air. It is a pungent smelling gas. Second thing, it is lighter than air. It can be liquefied at 9 atmospheric pressure. Its boiling point is around minus 388.4 and freezing point is around 77 degrees Celsius. Again, nitrogen, like water, ammonia also have hydrogen bonding. Ammonia is also having a hydrogen bonding. It is soluble in water. So these are the physical properties at low temperature. At low temperature, ammonia exists as NH3H2O and NH3 2H2O, etc. So these are the way it with water. If you take water, it will become NH4 plus and OH minus. So here water acts as an acid and ammonia is a base. So we can prove with this experiment, we can prove ammonia is a weak base. Like water, it is also having a dielectric constant. If you look at 2NH3, it will become NH4 plus and NH2 minus. If you look at the dielectric constant 50 degrees centigrade, it is around 10 to the power of minus 30. If it is for water, it is around 10 to the power of minus 40. So the dielectric constant of ammonia, it can both act as an acid and base. So these are the physical properties which we are going to, which we have to remember. Next, chemical properties. When ammonia is heated above 500 Kelvin, will get N2 and 3H2. So at 500 Kelvin, more than 500 degrees Celsius, ammonia decomposes into nitrogen and hydrogen. Next, ammonia with air. With ammonia with air, you get ammonia reacts with air. It forms 2N2 plus 6H2O. So if excess of air reacts, NH3 plus 3O2 gives 4NO plus 6H2O. So these are the reactions, reactions in which ammonia yields nitrogen, and this is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide. Next, the reducing property. Ammonia, when reacts with lead, two NH3, 3Pb, N2 plus 3H2. So lead gets reduced, lead oxide reduced to lead. Ammonia, lead oxide reduced to lead. So this is the reducing property. Then with chlorine, 2 NH3. Actually, with chlorine it gives Cl2, 3Cl2. Will get N2 plus 6HCl. So the 6HCl reacts with 6NH3 ammonia, will get 6NH4Cl. So when ammonia reacts with acid, will get salt of chloride salt of ammonia. So with acids it forms salt. You can know with acid it forms salt. Next, with the excess of chlorine, 2NH3 plus 6Cl2 will get 2NCl3 plus 6HCl. Now again 2HCl reacts with 2NH3 will get 2NH4Cl. So these are the important reactions. Next, ammonia reacts with metals, that is electropositive metals, such as with sodium NH3 will form NaNH2, which is a sodium amide. It forms sodium amide. Next, get Mg3N2, magnesium nitrate. You get magnesium nitrate. Then it can also react with transition metals. For example, with ammonia reacts with iron. It forms ferric hydroxide and ammonium salt. When ammonia reacts with copper, we get tetraamine copper 2 ion, which is a coordinated compound. With cobalt, it gives hexaamine cobalt 2 plus. So ammonia reacts with transition metals and forms complexes. Here ammonia acts as ligands. Ammonia acts as ligands. So these are the important reactions that regarding ammonia. Next we will move on to the structure of ammonia. If you look at the structure of ammonia, there are lone pairs of electrons and then 3 hydrogens. So the lone pair of electrons occupies the place. So it will be like it's a pyramidal shape. It's a pyramidal shape in which the lone pair of electrons occupies the place. If you look at the NH bond angle and the HN bond angle, from that we can conclude it is somewhat tetrahedral in shape. So this is about the structure of ammonia. If you look at the uses, it is used in the preparation of nitrogenous fertilizers, that is urea, ammonium chloride, ammonium phosphate. So ammonium phosphate, ammonium chloride, ammonium nitrate. So these are the fertilizers in which ammonia is used as a that is the fertilizers are manufactured from ammonia. It is also used in the preparation of nitric acid, and it is also used as a ligand in the coordination compound. So these are the uses of ammonia. In the next class we will study about nitric acid.